More Proverbs of Solomon, chapter 25. These are more Proverbs of Solomon compiled by the man of Hezekiah, king of Judah. It is the glory of God to conceal a matter, to search out a matter is the glory of our kings. That the heavens are high and the earth is deep, so the hearts of kings are unsearchable. Remove the dross from the silver, and the silversmith can produce the vessel. Remove wicked officials from the king's presence, and his throne will be established through righteousness. Do not exalt yourself in the king's presence, and do not claim a place among his great men. It is better for him to say to you, "Come up here," than for him to humiliate you before his nobles. What you have seen with your eyes, do not bring hostility into court. For what will you do in the end if your neighbors push you to say? If you take your neighbor to court, do not betray another's confidence, of what the one who hears it may shame you, and the charge against you will stand. Like apples of gold in setting of silver is a ruling lightly given, like an awning of gold or an ornament of fine gold, is a rebuke of a wise judgment to a listening ear. Like a snow cooled drink at harvest time, is a trustworthy messenger to the one who sends him. He replaced the spirit of his masters like clouds and wind without rain, is one who boasts of gift never given. Through patience, a ruler can be persuaded, and a gentle tongue can break a bone. If you find honey, eat just enough, too much of it, and you will vomit. Seldom say put in your neighbor's house too much of you, and they will hate you. Like a club or a sword or a sharp arrow is one who gives false testimony against a neighbor. Like a broken tooth or a lame foot is a reliance on the unfaithful in a time of trouble. Like one who takes away a garment on a cold day, or like buying a food on a wound, is one who sings songs to a heavy heart. If your enemy is hungry, give him food to eat. If he is thirsty, give him water to drink. In doing this, you will heap burning coals on his head, and the Lord will reward you. Like a north wind that brings unexpected rain is a sly tongue, which provokes a horrified look. Better to live on a corner of the roof than share a house with a quarrelsome wife. Like a cold water to a weary soul is good news from a distant land. Like a modified springs or a polluted well are the righteous who give way to the wicked. It is not good to eat too much honey, nor is it honorable to search out matters that are too dim. Like a city whose walls are broken through is a person who lacks self-control. Chapter 26. Like snow is in summer or rain in harvest, honor is not fitting for a poor. Like a fluttering sparrow or a darting swallow, undeserved curse does not come to rest. A whip for the horse, a bridle for the donkey, and a load for the backs of fools. Do not answer a fool according to his folly, or you yourself will be just like him. Answer a fool according to his folly, or he will be wise in his own eyes. Sending a message by the hand of a fool is like cutting off one's feet or drinking poison. Like the useless legs of one who is lame is a proverb in the mouth of a fool. Like trying a stone in a sling is the giving of honor to a fool. Like a stone thrust in a drunkard's hand is a proverb in the mouth of a fool. Like an archer who wounds at random is one who hires a fool or any passerby. As a dog returns to its vomit, so fools repeat their folly. Do you see a person who wise in their own eyes? There is more hope for a fool than for them. A sluggard says there's a lion in the road, a fierce lion roaming the streets. As a door turns on its hinges, so a sluggard turns on his dead. A sluggard buries his hand in the dizzy. He is too lazy to bring it back to his mouth. A sluggard is wiser in his own eyes than 7 people who answer discreetly. Like one who grabs a stray dog by the ears is someone who rushes into quarrel not their own. Like a maniac shooting flaming arrows of death is one who deceives their neighbor and says, I was only joking. Without wood, a fire goes out. Without a gossip, a quarrel dies down. As charcoal to embers and as wood to fire, so is a quarrelsome person for kindling strife. The words of a gossip are like a choice morsel. They go down to the inmost parts, like a coating of silver dross on earth where a fervent lips with an evil heart. Enemies disguise themselves with their lips, but in their hearts they harbor deceit. Though their speech is charming, do not believe them, for 7 abominations fill their hearts. Their malice may be concealed by deception, but their wickedness will be exposed in the assembly. Whoever digs a pit will fall into it. If someone rolls a stone, it will roll back on them. A lying tongue hates those it hurts, and the flattering mouth walks through ruin. Uh, Chapter 27. Do not boast about tomorrow, for you do not know what the day may bring. Let someone else praise you, and not your own mouth, an outsider and not your own lips. Stone is heavy and sand a burden, but a fool's provocation is heavier than boast. Anger is cruel and fury overwhelming, but who can stand before jealousy? Better is open rebuke than hidden love. Wounds from a friend can be trusted, but an enemy multiple kisses. One who is poor loads honey from the comb. But to the hungry, even what is bitter tastes sweet, like a bird that flees its nest. Is anyone who flees from one? Uh, Perfume and incense bring joy to the heart, and the pleasantness of a friend springs from their heartfelt advice. Do not forsake your friend or a friend of your family, and do not go to your relative's house when disaster strikes you. Better a neighbor nearby than a relative far away. Be wise, my son, and bring joy to my heart, then I can answer anyone who treats me with contempt. The prudent see dangers and take refuge, but the simple keep going and pay the penalty. Take the garment of the one who puts up secret for stranger, hold it in place if it is done for an outsider. If anyone loudly blesses their neighbor early in the morning, it will be taken as a curse. A quarrelsome wife is like the dripping of a leaky roof in a rainstorm. Restraining her is like restraining the wind or grasping oil with the hand. As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. The one who guards a fig tree will eat its fruit, and whoever protects their masters will be honored. As water reflects the face, so one's life reflects the heart. Death and destruction are never satisfied, and neither are human eyes. The crystal for silver and the furnace for gold, but people are tested by their praise. Though you grind a pool in a mortar, grinding them like grain with a pestilence. You will not remove their folly from them. Be sure you know the condition of your flocks. Give careful attention to your herds. For riches do not endure forever, and the crown is not secure for all generations. When the hay is removed and the new growth appears, and the grass from the hills is gathered in, the lambs will provide you with clothing, and the goats with the price of a field. You will have plenty of goat's milk to feed your family and to nourish your female servants. Chapter 20. The wicked flee through no one pursues, but the righteous are as bold as a lion. When a country is rebellious, it has many rulers, but a ruler with discernment and knowledge maintains order. A ruler who oppresses the poor is like a driving rain that leaves no crops. Those who forsake instruction praise the wicked, but those who heed it resist them. Evildoers do not understand what is right, but those who seek the Lord understand it fully. Better the poor whose work is blameless than the rich whose ways are perverse. A discerning son heeds instruction, but a companion of gluttons disgraces his father. Whoever increases wealth by taking interest of or profit from the poor, a message is for another who will be kind to the poor. If anyone turns a deaf ear to my instruction, even their prayers are detestable. Whoever leads the upright along on evil paths will fall into their own trap. But the blameless will receive a good inheritance. The riches are wise in their own eyes. One who is poor and discerning sees how deluded they are. When the righteous triumph, there is great elation, but when the wicked rise to power, people go into hiding. Whoever conceals their sins does not prosper, but the one who confesses and renounces them finds mercy. Blessed is the one who always trembles before God. But whoever hardened their heart fall into trouble. Like a roaring lion or a charging bear is a wicked ruler of a helpless people. A tyrannical ruler practices extortion, but one who hates ill-gotten gain will enjoy a long reign. Anyone tormented by the guilt of murder will seek refuge in the grave. Let no one hold them back. The one whose work is blameless is kept safe, but the one whose ways are perverse will fall into the pit. Those who work their land will have abundant food, but those who chase fantasies will have their fill of poverty. A peaceful person will be richly blessed, but one eager to get rich will not go unpunished. To show partially is not good, yet a person will do wrong for a piece of bread. The stingy are eager to get rich and are unaware that poverty awaits them. Whoever rebukes a person will, in the end, gain favor rather than one who has a flattering tongue. Whoever loves their father or mother and says it is not wrong is partner to one who destroys. The great stirs of conflict, but those who trust in the Lord will prosper. Those who trust in themselves are fools, but those who walk in the wisdom are kept safe. Those who give to the poor will lack nothing, but those who close their eyes to them receive many curses. When the wicked rise to the power, people go into hiding, but when the wicked perish, the righteous thrive. Chapter 29. Whoever remains stiff-necked after many rebukes will suddenly be destroyed without remedy. When the righteous thrive, the people rejoice. When the wicked rule, the people groan. A man who loves wisdom brings joy to his father, but a companion of prostitutes scandals his wealth. By just a king gives a country stability, but those who are greedy for bribes tear it down. Those who flatter their neighbors are spreading nets for their feet. Evildoers are snared by their own sin, but the righteous shout for joy and are glad. The righteous care about justice for the poor, but the wicked have no such concern. Mockers stirs up a city, but the wise turn away anger. If a wise person goes to court with a poor, the poor raise and scoff, and there is no peace. The bloodthirsty hate a person of integrity and seek to kill the upright. Fools give full vent to their rage, but the wise bring calm in the end. If a ruler listens to lies, all his officials become wicked. The poor and the oppressed have this in common. The Lord gives sight to the eyes of both. If a king judges the poor with fairness, his throne will be established forever. A rod and a reprimand impart wisdom, but the child left undisciplined disgrace its mother. When the wicked thrive, so does the sin, but the righteous will see their downfall. Discipline your children, and they will give you peace. They will bring you the delight you desire. Where there is no revelation, people cast off restaurant, but blessed is the one who heeds wisdom's instruction. Servant cannot be corrected by mere words. Though they understand, they will not respond. Do you see someone who speaks in haste? There is more hope for poor than for them. A servant pampered from youth will turn out to be insolent. An angry person stirs up conflict, and a hot-tempered person commits many sins. Pride brings a person's low, but the lowly in spirit gain honor. The accomplices of thieves are their own enemies. They are put on the oath and dare not testify. Pure men will prove to be a snare, but whoever trusts in the Lord is kept safe. Many seek an audience with a ruler, but it is from the Lord that one gets justice. The righteous detest the dishonest, the wicked detest the upright. Saying to Agor, chapter 30. The saying of Agor, son of Yage, an inspired internist, the man's utterance to Idiel. I am weary, God, but I can prevail. Surely I am only a brute, not a man. I do not have a human understanding. I have not learned wisdom, nor have I attained to the knowledge of the Holy One. Who has gone up to heaven and come down? Whose hands have gathered up the wind? Who has lapped up the waters in a cloud? Who has suppressed all the ends of the earth? What is his name, and what is the name of his son? Surely you know, every word of God is flawless. He is a shield to those who take refuge in him. Do not add to his words, or he will rebuke you and prove you a liar. Two things I ask of you, Lord, do not refuse me before I die. Keep falsehood and lies far from me. Give me neither poverty nor rich, but give me only my daily bread. Otherwise I have too much and disown you and say, Who is the Lord? Or I may become poor and steal, and so dishonor the name of my God. Do not surrender a servant to their masters, or they will curse you, and you will pay for it. There are those who curse their fathers and do not bless their mothers, those who are pure in their own eyes and yet are not cleansed of their peace, those whose eyes are ever so haughty, whose glances are so disdainful, those whose teeth are swords, and whose jaws are set with knives, to devour the poor from the earth and the needy from among mankind. The rich has two daughters, give, they cry. There are three things that are never satisfied, for that never say enough. The grave, the barren womb, land which is never satisfied with in water, and the fire which never says enough. The eye that mocks a father that scorns an aged mother will be pecked out by the ravens of the valley, will be eaten by the vultures. There are three things that are too amazing for me, four that I do not understand. The way of an eagle in the sky, the way of a snake on a rock, the way of a ship on the high seas, and the way of a man with a young woman. This is the way of an adulterous woman. She eats and wipes her mouth and says, I've done nothing wrong. On the three things the earth trembles, on the four it cannot bear up. A servant who becomes king, a godless fool who gets plenty to eat, a contemptible woman who gets married, and a servant who displays her mistress. Four things on earth are small, yet they are extremely wise, and are creatures of little strength. Yet they store up their food in the summer. Hyraxes are creatures of little power, yet they make their home in the cracks. Locusts have no king, yet they have advanced together in length. A lizard can be caught with the hand, yet it is found in king's palaces. There are three things that are safe stately in the stride. For them move with stately bearing, a lion mighty among beasts, who retreats before nothing, a strutting rooster, a he-goat, and a king secure against a revolt. If you flay the poor and exalt yourself, or if you plan evil, clamp your hand over your mouth. For as churning cream produces butter, and as twisting the nose produces blood, so stirring of anger produces strife. Saying of King Lemuel. Chapter 31. The saying of King Lemuel, and inspired utterance his mother taught him. Listen, my son, listen, son of my womb. Listen, my son, the answer to my prayer. Do not spend your strength on woman, your vigor on those who ruin kings. It is not for King Lemuel, it is not for kings to drink wine, not for rulers to crave beer, lest they drink and forget what has been decreed, and deprive all the oppressed of their right. Let beer be for those who are perishing, wine for those who are in anguish. Let them drink and forget their poverty, and remember their misery to no more. Speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves, for the rights of all who are destitute. Speak up and judge fairly. Defend the rights of the poor and the needy. Epilogue. The wife of a noble character. Wife of noble character, who can find? She is worth far more than rubies. Her husband has full confidence in her and lacks nothing of value. She brings him good, not harm, all the days of her life. She selects wool and flax and works with eager hands. She is like the merchant of ships, bring her food from afar. She gets up while it is still night. She provides food for her family and portions for her family servant. She considers a field and buys it. Out of her earnings she plants a vineyard. She sets about her work vigorously. Her arms are strong for her tasks. She sees that her trading is profitable, and her lamp does not go out at night. In her hand she holds this step and grasps the spindle with her fingers. She opens her arms to the poor and extends her hands to the needy. When it snows, she has no fear for her household, for all of them are clothed in scarlet. She makes covering for her band. She is clothed in fine line and purple. Her husband is respected at the city gate, where he takes his seat among the elders of the land. She makes linen garment and sells them, and supplies the merchant with cheshi. She is clothed with strength and dignity. She can laugh at the days to come. She speaks with wisdom, and faithful instruction is on her tongue. She watches over the affairs of her household, and does not eat the bread of idleness. Her children arise and call her blessed, her husband also, and he praised her. Many women do noble things, but you surpass them all. Charm is deceptive and beauty is fleeting, but a woman who Peers, the Lord is to be praised. Honor her for all that her hands had put on, and let her work brings her praise at the city gate. Amen.